During the last 3 months, we have been to more than 50 nude beaches on 6 of the Canary Islands. And in our previous video, we already told you a lot about them.
But not everything, so in this video we're gonna share with you the ones we liked, the ones we loved, and where it went wrong.
This sucks. What was your favorite nude beach and favorite island?
I'm gonna take my clothes off. We learned a new word, dogging. We went to 6 of the largest Canary Islands, but we missed one.
In case you're wondering right now why you're not watching a video about Hierro, well, the reason is simple. We totally ran out of time. But we're gonna make it up to you by telling you some stories about the other islands that we haven't told before.
And we started this trip by asking us one question. Are the Canary Islands really as nude friendly as often said? Well, it all depends on the island. Gran Canaria and Tenerife were less nude than we expected.
And this is, according to the internet, the nude beach. Can you understand why I'm a bit skeptical about this? It's another one of these pebble beaches. It's definitely not worth risking our lives for. This is not gonna make our list of top nude beaches at all. We don't even take it into consideration.
La Gomera had a lot of options, but the pebbled beaches were not really comfortable.
I already don't go into the sea often, and then at a beach like this, it's like meh. And also, there's no way to get out of the sea again in an elegant way, or even a somewhat elegant way. You okay? Did someone just say that there's no way to get elegantly out of the water on a pebbles beach? All okay?
Yes, absolutely okay. On La Palma, on the other hand, we found many more beaches than the internet said.
It's barely noon, mind the choice of words, and there are already several people naked on this beach. Just as we were leaving, another lady got nude on the beach. And just like that, we have a 10, 2 more naked people, and why not? Let's give it an 11.
Yes, I told you so! Woo! It's definitely an 11. And then at Lanzarote, we found fewer than the last time we were there.
The only difference with last time is that there, for now, don't seem to be any naked people. Even though this beach is quite known as a nude beach, literally everybody is wearing bathing suits, swimsuits, wetsuits, bikinis, board shorts, something. I'm starting to wonder if we just missed the end of the naked season.
But Fuerteventura, what can I say? That is just one big nude island. I'm gonna take my clothes off.
I was hoping that we might be able to build this up a little bit, look for naked people, don't find them, so start looking further and eventually find one. But I've already seen one from this trail.
Walking on the beach completely naked feels very, very comfortable, to be honest.
I also get the impression that there are way more naked people than before.
It makes sense to just wander around in your not bathing suit, in your birthday suit. For me, this is just the best. You walk along the beach for kilometers, kilometers, kilometers. I love it.
I can't say anything. I'm out of superlatives.
Yeah.
A golden rule we found is that the more big hotels, the fewer chances to find a nude beach.
But how do you explain Maspalomas and Costa Calma? I mean, there are 2 very popular nude beaches in the middle of major tourist hotspots.
I don't know. They are probably just the exceptions that make the rule. But to give you some example of what the islands have to offer, we will walk you through some of the most popular nude beaches on each island. Starting with Gran Canaria, which has the famous Maspalomas nude beach. And I have to say, I was blown away. I'm impressed. We've been to lots of busy nude beaches before, but this one is definitely top 5, I think.
I'm impressed too, I have to say.
The scenery at this beach is just spectacular. If you look at one side, there's this huge stretch of Atlantic coast full with naked people. And on the other side are these large dunes that look like the Sahara.
Those dunes are famous for something else too, that we didn't mention in our other video, but we will get to that in a minute. I personally also liked Playa Mujeres a lot because it was just a very natural surrounding. The vibe was completely different than at Maspalomas.
On Tenerife, the most famous nude beach is Playa Tijita, with its spectacular views of the Montaña Roja.
What I liked about this area is that it wasn't just Tijita Beach. Also, a lot of nearby beaches were very nude friendly.
Other than Tijita, we were a bit disappointed about the nude beaches on Tenerife. I think there just weren't as many as we expected.
But then we found Playa Diego Hernandez. What a cool beach was that. The vibe, the people, the scenery, it was just one fantastic beach. I really loved it.
The most popular nude beach on La Gomera was Playa del Inglés, and it was an okay beach, but not really one for the history books.
A bit like Tazacorte, the official nude beach on La Palma. It was not spectacular, but okay. On Lanzarote, the most famous nude beaches are the ones at Papagayo. They're really nice.
Except the one that's actually called Papagayo Beach. This is the actual Papagayo Beach, and it looks terrible. This is Costa del Sol in very high season. I don't even think that I want to go down there. Whoa, this is bad. The beach itself is beautiful though. The sand seems yellower than on the other beaches and the sea seems greener, but so many people.
And way too much fabric.
And then on Fuerteventura, it's just full of spectacular nude beaches. El Cotillo is a famous one with the very white sand, and the dunes of Coralejo that look like the Caribbean. And then there's Esmeralda in the south.
And Cofete. That is still one of my personal favorite nude beaches in the whole wide world. So that covers about 20% of the beaches that we visited.
We went far and beyond to visit every nude beach we could find on the internet, but looking back at it, was it worth it?
Honestly, some of the beaches that we visited were a waste of time.
This is the nude beach. Kind of understand why. We're right at the end of one town and just before the start of another one. And it's kind of meh. Not impressed.
They were nice, but they were nothing compared to the other beaches on the islands. But we also discovered some real hidden gems, like Playa de Nogales on La Palma. That is one impressive beach.
And the search also often brought us to some unexpected places.
One time we ended up at some industrial zone in Tenerife and we almost turned around, but then I thought, let's just have a look at one more corner, and then we found a really nice beach.
Wow, this is totally not what I expected. I had expected some flat rocks like we passed by along the way, but no, this is a beautiful beach, really nice.
A really big sandy beach as well. But it also gave us some challenges. I mean, sometimes we were looking for hours and hours to find the beach, and then it appeared to be closed.
That sucks. This is it. No way to access at all. There are quite some signs that we should not be here. And then there were also the beaches that had explicit no nudity signs, but not that anyone cared. And just as I was saying this, right at the middle of the beach we spotted a number of naked people. People don't care about the signs apparently, or we misread the signs. I'm confused now.
And then there were some awkward moments too that we didn't tell you about in our previous videos. But on Playa Tejita, for example, we learned a new word. Dogging. Honestly, I don't know how to explain this within the boundaries of YouTube, so Nick, give it a go.
Well, when two people love each other so much that there's actually too much love, and then there are other people who don't really have enough love, they try to find each other. Except that it doesn't have much to do with love, if you get what I mean. But the real problem is that some men looking for love start scouting on the beach. So you're just sitting there, chilling on the beach, relaxing, and there's some guy standing pretty much right next to you, looking at you and waiting for an invitation.
And normally a middle finger would do the trick, but some men are just really bad at reading the room. So the best thing that you can do is just leave.
Yeah, but don't leave through the dunes, because that also may be considered an invitation. And when we later tried to find on the internet if that behavior is common on Playa Tejita, we found out that it's actually called dogging. And yes, it's common at this beach. And funny enough, also on the parking lot where we slept several nights, but we didn't really notice anything.
Also, Maspalomas Beach is known for that. But the beach itself is super relaxed. It's all happening in the dunes. It's like a meeting point for people who are looking for something more. But I have to say, we didn't see any scouting on Maspalomas Beach itself.
Let's move on to some personal best-ofs. What was your favorite nude beach and favorite island?
Can I say 2 favorite nude beaches?
You can.
Yes, okay. Favorite nude beach first was Playa Diego Hernandez on Tenerife. I just really love the vibe, and just to go with the rope down and back, and just I love the vibe. And my favorite, all-time favorite is Cofete Beach on Fuerteventura, just because it's so wide and rough, and yeah, I loved it. Yeah. And favorite island, La Gomera for me, just because it's so green and so hippie, and yeah, I love the vibe, everything. What about you?
My favorite nude beach was Playa Tijita for the dogging. No, I'm kidding. It's Diego Hernandez.
Yeah.
Previously it was Cofete, but I actually think that Diego Hernandez was generally better. It may not be that beautiful, but the vibe was just spectacular.
And the people are great who go there. Yeah.
It's a whole package that makes it so special. And my favorite island is Fuerteventura. It's just, there's so many spectacular beaches. You can be naked on pretty much any beach, also the ones in front of big hotels. I love the scenery. I love the desolate landscapes. Yeah, I love Fuerteventura.
I just really don't like the wind sometimes.
Yeah, for me, the beauty and the emptiness does weigh up against the winds. To summarize, are the Canary Islands a great destination for a clothes-free vacation?
Absolutely yes, 100%.
And one day we will definitely go back, but now we are moving on. We're going to the naked city, Vera Playa, to answer everything you ever wanted to know about that place.
And more.
But that's for our next video, so if you don't want to miss that,
make sure you subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in 2 weeks.
Bye.
All right, you have the occasional... Oh my goodness, I can't come up with the word anymore. All right, you have the occasional airplane. And we're also very close to the airport, so there are airplanes flying around a lot.
that the beach was flushed away during a landslide. Not a landslide. What flushes beaches away? A flooding. You're washing your hands in the goat toilet. I'm not joking, that's what it says.